Hi, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining me again today. So, what I've decided to do is share with you a lot of information that I've compiled connected to targeted individuals and also gang stalking. Over the last few years, the clients that are coming to me that I work with, there seems to be a lot of them that have either experienced being a targeted individual or have experienced gang stalking or sometimes both. And I feel it's really important to share the information with you. So over the next few weeks, I will be sharing everything that I've gathered together so far, and also I will be sharing with you a healing as well, probably right at the very end. So before we go any further, what I would like to share with anybody who does feel like they are a targeted individual or is experiencing gang stalking, I believe you. I hear you and I see you, and I want you to know that, because I feel those that are either a targeted individual or have experienced gang stalking or are in the process of it, they don't feel like they're being believed, they don't feel like they're being heard, and very often they don't feel like they're even noticed or seen. So I believe you, I hear you, and I see you. So a targeted individual, or those that are experiencing gang stalking, it's really a form of mind control, and it is a program running. And once you realize that it is a form of mind control and it is a program running, you can do something about it. This too shall pass. You are not always going to experience this. It's just for a time. It's horrible. It's a horrible experience, but you will get through it. So basically, it's an occult form of mind control, and it is used against an individual in a malicious attempt to reduce the quality of a person's life, so that they then go on to have either mental health issues, maybe anxiety, possibly nervous breakdown. You may go in the route of addictions to deal with what you're going through, and unfortunately for some, they may actually end up hospitalized or institutionalized. Could even end up going to prison and doing time. There could be emotional or mental or physical pain as a consequence. You may end up homeless or rough sleeping as a consequence. You could even have thoughts to unalive yourself, or you may even attempt to unalive yourself. There is also issues with relationships, so you could experience relationship breakdowns or even relationship breakups as well. If we boil it down, this is basically distraction tactics, because while you are so focused on being the targeted individual or so focused on the gang stalking, you're using up all that time, energy, and attention. You are not in alignment with your soul purpose or your spiritual work or your inner work. And even if you have started on the path, because all that energy and attention is going towards that, you could be knocked off your path. It is experimentation on your emotional reactions. It can also be a study on your reactions. And basically, again, if we boil it down, it is an attempt to lower your frequency, and it's a program that you can break out of. Once you know what's going on, once you understand kind of the construct of it, you can do things to help yourself. So, what can happen when you are a targeted individual is especially if you're sensitive or empathic, is that you can pick up on the energy of others. So, for instance, if the reason why you have become a targeted individual is to do with jealousy or envy, you can take on that energy. You can maybe even start believing that you are that way. It is basically negative projections projected onto you, insecure projections of others that you are absorbing and taking on as your own. It can also be perhaps taking on the toxicity of others, and there's also hate projections as well. And like I said, if you are very sensitive, you are absorbing that, you are taking it on as your own, and you are becoming heavy and dense energy-wise as a consequence. So who are the targeted individuals? It could be that you are known by certain organizations, let's say, as an empowered individual. There may be family connections or ancestral or generational connections that have got you in that position. You may be a starseed. You may have an important soul mission or life purpose. You may react or respond in a unique way. You might have access to information or knowledge. Or you may know something that concerns someone else or perhaps a group of people. So as we are wrapping up part 1, I want you to know what your truth is. And your truth is that you are destined to succeed. You are so strong. You are brave. You are so resilient. You are powerful. You are courageous. You are divinely supported, even though you may not feel like it right now. And you are an empowered being. That is your truth. And I'm going to tell you repeatedly until you take it on as your truth, because that is what is going to help you to get through this. So I'm going to leave that there for part 1. Join me again for part 2. Bye for now.